Jong-nam's body and suspects left Malaysia. Malaysians in North Korea arrive home safely. Hi, I'm Sohaila Saifuddin and this is Kappa News. North Koreans wanted by Malaysian police for questioning in the murder of Kim Jong-nam have arrived at Beijing airport en route to Pyongyang. Hyun Kwang-song, the second secretary at the North Korean embassy in Kuala Lumpur, and Air Koryo employee Kim Ok-il were allowed to leave Malaysia Thursday evening on board flight MH360. It's unclear what happened to the third suspect, Ri Ji-yu, also known as James.
Kim Ok-il?
No.
No. But actually, this is my seat. My seat.
Oh, your seat? Okay, it's down.
Sorry. Do you take part in the assassination of the Kim Jong-nam? No.
Flight MH360 was also carrying a casket with the remains of Jong-nam. Malaysia released the body in a deal that secured the release of 9 Malaysians held in Pyongyang, ending the diplomatic row triggered by the bizarre airport murder of the estranged half-brother of the North Korean leader on February 13th. Meanwhile, China's foreign ministry also confirmed that Jong-nam's body was returned to North Korea on Friday.
在马来西亚死亡的朝鲜籍公民的遗体及朝鲜方面有关人员已于今天过境北京返回朝鲜。那么，依据惯例，并从人道主义出发，中方为遗体过境提供了必要的协助。
Ministry spokesman Lu Kang said that at a daily news briefing without giving details. On the 2 North Koreans wanted for questioning in the murder of Jong-nam, Inspector General of Police Tan Sri Khalid Abu Bakar said police have recorded their statements before they were allowed to leave for Pyongyang. He said police are satisfied with their cooperation in the investigation.
Well, we wanted their assistance because they were seen at certain location in the CCTVs. So now that they have clarified, and we are satisfied, and we are finished with them. So that's why we allow them to go.
Khalid also assured that the investigation into the murder of Jong-nam is still ongoing and police are still looking for the 4 suspects who have had red notice alert issued against them from Interpol. The IGP, however, refused to disclose the identity of the next of kin who has written and claimed Jong-nam's body, saying that North Korean leader Kim Jong-un is legally the next of kin to the deceased as well. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Datuk Sri Najib Tun Razak also confirmed that Hyun Kwang-song and Kim Ok-il were allowed to leave Malaysia. He told that to Malaysian journalists covering his visit to India on Friday, saying that Malaysia will not cut diplomatic ties with North Korea as he considers the hostage crisis issue closed. Meanwhile, it was a happy ending for 9 Malaysians barred from leaving North Korea since 24 days ago. They have arrived safe and sound in Kuala Lumpur Friday morning. Family members as well as Foreign Minister Datuk Sri Anifah Aman greeted the group who departed from the North Korean capital at 7:45 local time Thursday evening. Malaysian Councillor to North Korea Muhammad Nur Azrin Mat Zain said the group was not harmed during their stay in Pyongyang.
During the time, we were not particularly harassed by the DPRK authorities. We were given the assurance that life could go on as normal.
He also said that constant communications with the Malaysian Foreign Ministry was reassuring to them.
The fact that we were able to continue to communicate freely via telephone calls and WhatsApps was very comforting. Further, since we were instructed to submit daily reports to Wisma Putra was also a source of comfort since we knew that our welfare was consistently being monitored by our Foreign Ministry.
Relations between Malaysia and North Korea began to deteriorate after Kim Jong-nam, the estranged half-brother to the North Korean leader, was assassinated at KLIA-2 on February 13th. The foreign minister says the effort that went into bringing the Malaysians home showcased diplomacy at its best.
Prime Minister Datuk Sri Najib Tun Abdul Razak promised the embassy staff and their families who understandably worried of their safety in Pyongyang that the Malaysian government would do all it can to bring them back and would expand every resource and effort to ensure their safety and well-being. Today, the promise has been fulfilled.
Anifa said that Kim Jong-nam's body had been sent back to North Korea as per his family's request. He also ensured that investigations into the murder of Jong-nam would continue in order to bring the perpetrators to justice. Meanwhile, the US Embassy in Kuala Lumpur also welcomed the homecoming of the 9 stranded Malaysians. In a statement Friday, the embassy described the barred departure of the Malaysians was a grave and unacceptable breach of the Vienna Convention. The embassy said it supports Malaysia's intent to continue investigation into serious crimes committed on its territory. Latest update on bribery-related arrests. A Klang-based businessman who allegedly offered 2 million ringgit to the Sultan of Johor to obtain the title of Tan Sri for a third party has been remanded by the Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission or MECC. The 54-year-old was remanded for 5 days until April 4th under the Malaysian Anti-Corruption Act to allow anti-graft officers to investigate the Sultan's claims. The man surrendered less than 6 hours after MECC warned him of detention and to reveal his identity if he failed to do so. Last Saturday, Sultan Ibrahim Ibni Almarhum Sultan Iskandar wrote on his official Facebook page that he felt insulted when the individual made the offer and suggested he profit from the quota of Tan Sri titles he is granted by the federal government. The sources said the individual likes to call himself Tan Sri Datuk Doctor. It is learned that the MECC will investigate accusations that the man was a broker for royal titles and also probe the source of his income. Meanwhile, in Penang, a Datuk has been remanded over alleged misappropriation of millions of ringgit. The 70-year-old businessman was remanded until Monday by the state MECC for alleged abuse of power and position for gratification while he was head of a foundation. He faces a jail term of not more than 20 years and a fine of 5 times the value of gratification or 10,000 ringgit, whichever is higher. The Datuk, who is active in the tourism industry and sports, turned himself in at the MECC office in Penang Wednesday evening to have his statement recorded. Tens of thousands of people living along Australia's east coast had to flee as fast-flowing waters cut roads and destroyed bridges after the remnants of powerful Cyclone Debbie swept through the region. The disaster zone stretched 1,000 kilometres, left more than 100,000 homes reportedly without power.
As I say, still have to try and get 20,000 people back to their homes. That is a big operation. There are 7 evacuation places or places of safety, but we also know that many people have sought refuge with family and friends. And until those people are able to get back to their homes, we want the efforts to focus on safety in the community, and we'll assess the situation over the next few days.
NSW police said they had recovered the body of a woman from floodwaters on Friday, the first reported death since Cyclone Debbie hit on Tuesday. Authorities had feared that people may have died overnight as floodwaters rose swiftly in the dark. In Pakistan, an explosion allegedly targeting a mosque in the northwestern city of Parachinar killed at least 22 people and wounded about 60 others, officials said. There was no immediate claim of responsibility, but the blast, which took place as people gathered for Friday prayers near the women's entrance of a Shia mosque in the central bazaar, follows a series of attacks this year. Sajid Hussain, a parliamentarian from Parachinar, said gunfire preceded the incident, which he described as a suicide attack. South Korea's ousted president, Park Geun-hye, is now locked up in a Seoul detention center after a district judge approved a warrant for her arrest in the early hours of Friday. The court supported a call from prosecutors to detain her, partly on concerns that she could try to destroy evidence. Park can be held in the centre for up to 20 days while investigators build a case to indict her based on claims that she took money from major companies in exchange for political favours. One of those companies is Samsung, headed by J.Y. Lee, who's already been held for weeks in the same detention centre. Park's alleged co-conspirator Choi Soon-sil is also there under lock and key. The crimes she's accused of could ultimately land 65-year-old Park more than 10 years in jail. Beginning Monday, Kappa News will come in smaller doses. It will be delivered in tinier servings throughout the day to be consumed anytime, anywhere, on any device. I'm Suhaila Saifuddin saying bye-bye for now.